Here we go. Once again, welcome to Ray's Corner. Coming to you live. Won't be live by the time you hear this thing. But I was checking out some stuff. You know, let me. I know y'all ain't seen me in a while. But I'm back. I ain't go nowhere, but I'm back. And I'm here to tell you, you gotta start paying attention to what's going on. I remember back in the day, we used to wear the silken wools, the pants, if you had, wasn't no straight lace tight stuff. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what's going on. And you got to figure this thing out, right? I was talking to a young brother, 24 years old. He was in the Sprint store. And I was sharing some things with him that, you need to get from behind that desk as talented and gifted as you are. You got some ideas. I gave him my card. I told him, look, I got Bobby Humphrey in the background. Hope it's not too loud. Let me bring it down just a little bit. But I'm in a whole nother realm right now. I'm watching these young people with these young brothers with these tight pants on and all that stuff, thinking they swagging and all that. You ain't swagging, bro. You ain't swagging. It's a trick. It's a trick. Anytime you wear some things tight on your rumpum and all that stuff, that's what women do. Men don't do that. It ain't about a style. I understand that's a new style, but you got to understand what's behind all that stuff. You got to understand that the more you can dress and with that feminine type look, right? With the tight jeans and the tight clothes and the straight lace and all that stuff, that ain't manly, bruh. That ain't manly. I'm just here to shoot some stuff at y'all right now. You can pull the pistol out, you can shoot and all that stuff, but you're not looking. Look, that ain't how we roll in our community. That's not look. So when I always tell you about the black man male handbook, y'all need to get the black male handbook. And guess the best black male handbook you can get is from brothers that's in their 50s and 60s that's acting like they 50 and 60, that they're doing some stuff, that they got some stuff going on, and that we can teach you young brothers to start how being men and stop acting like little girls. That's why you're pulling that gun out, you're shooting everybody because you're scared to have fair ones, you're scared to fight one-on-one, to get your butt beat, you go home and that's it, it's over, because you're running around here with these tight pants on and all this foolishness. We got the pastors and everything. Got everybody. Y'all ain't doing nothing neither. Y'all scared to go out on corners and all that stuff. So you know what? Look, I don't care what nobody say. No, right now, it's all a trick of the enemy. Locking up our black men, giving them 10, 20 years for a bag of dope and all that stuff so they stay in prison 10, 15, 20 years. What you think gonna happen while they in prison? They ain't got no woman. They gonna start dealing with men, and then when they come out, they got the guilt, they got all the shame, they got all that stuff, and guess what? And they just do what they do undercover. Come on. Enough's enough. We got to stop playing these games. Young folk, y'all. Sometimes we want to help y'all young people, but y'all don't know everything. You don't know everything. You play like you know everything. Now, as older folks, we made a lot of mistakes. That's why the condition some of our black neighborhoods, that's why we have black neighborhoods now, because we made some mistakes and gave away our community. We gave away our businesses. We gave away all that stuff that we were prospering and creating wealth. Gave it away because we wanted to be a minority and we wanted a rainbow coalition. We wanted to be with everybody, but don't nobody want to be with us, but they all want to take our money. You hear what I'm saying? They like our green, but they don't want to do nothing for us. We're constantly letting every culture get rich. We getting poor. Yeah, this is Ray's Corner. I'm getting ready to make some moves in my own business. I'm tired of these black employees that's dealing with that work for us black men. You know what? We black employers. I'm tired of the black employees. Y'all sorry, y'all trifling. Y'all wouldn't be doing that if it was for another culture. And you're wondering why you ain't, you want to talk about black businessmen and women because you think we're trying to pull you up so you can get something, but you tearing us down. And we can't sustain stuff because you're so ignorant. You don't understand if you all put it together, if we all work together, we all pull this thing up together. I'm sick of these black employees working for black people. Enough's enough, man. If I got it, look, I'm not going to give up on you, but I'm going to fire you until I get them diamonds in the rough. But we got to start realizing, look, I was talking to this young brother, and he was saying he was going with this Oriental girl and how they were together, this Asian girl. And watch this. So what was happening, they was putting money by like $200 a week in a pot, all the families. And each week, a different family would get the pot. Wow. So he was like, you didn't mind putting it in because when your turn came, woo! You see, but we don't understand stuff like that. Let's push our black-owned businesses so that we can teach you everything that we know so that we can start franchising our stuff. That means, come on. If McDonald's can do it, if Burger King can do it, Walgreens can do it, if McDonald's can do it, if Walmart can do it, we can do the same thing. All those nickel and dime stores, they came from something small and they created something big. But they stuck together. Yeah, I'm here with Bobby Humphrey. I like that, so I'm going to go back there again. But we got to stop being so ignorant. And I know y'all ain't liking what I'm saying. I know y'all ain't like because you don't want to hear what I'm saying. You're running us out of business with this foolishness. Drama everywhere. Come to work with drama. Like we supposed to be taking care of your personal life. Take care of your own personal life. If you come to work and do what you're supposed to do, we can create something. We can create some generational wealth. We can do some group economics. If we could just change our spending habit and stop being so silly. We silly spending black folk. That's right. And look, I don't care if whatever, because I'm going to put this on Facebook, and I'm not responding to not near a ignorant person that say I'm saying something wrong, because if you know what I'm saying is right. Pastors. And I'm a man of God. I'm a preacher. I'm preaching to the choir. Ain't no way $40 billion in a black church in America. $40 billion. We ain't got our own community. We ain't got our own stores. I was sharing with my mother-in-law today. She, was telling about, they one church having a nursing home and all that stuff. I said, yeah, but guess what? At the end of the year, when you get a profit of $50,000, do you go and then divide it amongst the congregation because it came out of their tithes and offering? No. That's how that thing's supposed to work. We create businesses. Church create businesses. At the end of the year, we share it. No, you know what? We need to wake up and stop being so dumb. We dumb. I remember Umar Johnson said black folks were so trifling because they wasn't given. At first, I got offended, but now I know what he's talking about. I understand what he's saying. We strengthening everybody else's economy but our own. I'm looking at my own business. I'm looking at my own business and I'm looking at my employees. And I don't care if they get this thing. You know what? Because I'm sick of them too. Got the best program in the state of Louisiana and they fool. They like, you know what? I keep telling y'all about that crab in the barrel syndrome. It's a lie. Because they made the barrel. What is the problem? What is the problem with us pushing each other to be better? Why we got issues with this thing? You know what? I'm just saying what I'm saying. If you don't like it, that's on you. Don't comment with some foolishness. I ain't trying to hear it. I'm going to delete you because that's telling me you ain't about nothing. We need to get some group economics going. We need to we start creating some generational wealth. We need to stop chasing money. Stop chasing money. We need to stop chasing money. We need to change our spending habits. You know what? Everybody ain't going to make it, but I want to look. I know some black business owners that's going to be looking at this. Y'all need to get with me. So we can pull some stuff together, right? So we can put some of our resources together on one common front and show them how this thing works. I keep saying the same thing. Keep telling people in Camden, look, you got an Arab store on one corner. Then we go across the street and we buy a building, put our own store there. And then we hire our people in our community to work in the store that's in their community and don't buy from him. And then when you get to circulate the money's going right back in the community. What part of this ain't you getting? What part ain't you getting? What part of this ain't you getting? If 10 of us put $1,000 in a kitty, we can open up a store right across from them, put them out of business. The money will circulate back into our community. When they leave that store, then we take over that store and put something else in there. We hire some more people from the community. Now we not one store, we got 2 stores. And we keep doing this until we have a community. When somebody move out the neighborhood, we buy the house. We pull our money together, we buy the house. And then we got to trust each other. Somebody's credit might be better than others. Then guess what? Go get the loan. Look, we all together. Let's get the loan. Let's put this thing together. Let's start buying back our community. This is called group economics. But the only way you can trust somebody is you got to trust them. We got to stop not trusting people. Anyway, this Ray's Corner. I'm gonna be talking some real stuff. I know y'all ain't gonna like a lot what I'm saying. I pray that you share this all over the United States, because this is for all of us, man. I mean, I can't see. It's no reason why none of us black-owned businesses that we should be struggling at all. We put together. If you got a problem over there, okay, let's go over there. Let's straighten your problem. Let's get your finances out. Let's get your books together. Then we go to the next person. We got too many black businesses closing down because we ain't working together. And you black employees, y'all need to get your mind right. You get your mind right. Get your mind right. It's Ray's Corner. Camden's in the house. Peace out. Had enough of y'all foolishness. Holla. If you're on board with me, inbox me. Black business owners, get with me. If you want to be a black business owner, get with me. And then we got to start investing in ourselves. We want everything free. Go to a black store, we want discounts. No, pay for what it's worth. Invest in yourself. Keep telling y'all, you know, all y'all churches, y'all got these people coming out doing seminars and workshops, and don't nothing change in your congregation. Don't nobody get no wealth. Don't nobody start no business. Don't nobody get no proposal. Don't nobody get nothing. But yet you still bringing them people and paying them all this money for what? For nothing. But then when the real people you need to bring in, you don't bring in. God's getting ready to flip this thing. A lot of y'all got power. A lot of y'all got a podium where people listening, but you ain't got no power. And I keep telling you, God getting ready to flip it. There's a lot of us with power, we getting ready to get the podium. I'm getting ready to try to, you know, anybody familiar with this YouTube thing? Because they got people making $20,000, $30,000 on YouTube. Are you familiar with that? Inbox me. Let me see how that thing's done. So we can start creating. So we as a community, so we as a culture, we can start tapping into that. They got college kids of other ethnicities making $20,000, $30,000 on YouTube. Some of us know how to do this. Our young people know how to do this. Come on, let's get our resources together. Let's start. You know, I could get 100 likes or 200 likes, but I can't get $25 from each person to donate into Exodus House. That is the craziest thing in the world. Don't make no sense. Get 1,000 likes because you like a picture, but you can't put $25 in the envelope or go to PayPal or go to Exodus House NO and send out $25. Come on. Don't make no sense. That's crazy. I don't care if you like it or not. I'm telling you like it is. Time is now. Stop playing, you know, I'm taking off the gloves. Dr. Claude Anderson, Umar Johnson, Nellie Fuller, the late Dr. Wilson, bunch of other men and women that's trying to drop knowledge and wisdom on people, and with them we just ain't getting it. But the few that's getting it, y'all need to come on board. Let's get this thing, man. Let's stop playing games, man. Enough's enough. You know, if you know what, you don't even need to tune in to Ray's Corner if you ain't real no more. Because Ray's Corner is getting some real stuff. I'm getting ready to do some stuff that, you know, and I'm only connecting myself with people that can catch this thing, that can do this thing. Go to YouTube, man. Subscribe on YouTube. I don't know how that thing works, but I know with enough subscriptions, then funds start coming in. Ain't no reason why we ain't got our own chains. Buying everybody else's hair, but why ain't we selling it? Because they won't let you in. Then we may need to make our own in. They don't let us in, then we need to make our own. I don't need the government and all that stuff. They don't need to give us nothing, even though they owe us. But stop waiting around for them to give. We can make our own. Right before I left church today, somebody said some stuff. I said, no, I ain't. This is how we do this thing. I pointed to 10 people. We put all our stuff together. We buy some of these things, some of these places on this strip mall and open up some business. And that's what's going to happen. You know, we right across the street from Walmart. So that means we should be able to pull some people from Walmart into our black-owned businesses. Anyway, it's Ray's Corner. You know, Luke My Nation to Change. They're on Saturday at 3:30. Who's ever down with me, you know what? If you yes me, but inbox me. Tell me you're a part of this thing. You know, let's start putting our money where our mouth is. Let's start putting our minds. Let's start changing our spending habits, right? Let us start changing our spending habits, you know? Let us start changing our spending habits. Let's start changing our spending habits. Let's start supporting one another. Let's stop acting crazy. I'm telling you. Man, anyway. This has been Ray's Corner. I'm coming to you live. I'm coming to you hard. I am taking off the gloves. You know, it ain't going to be live when you get this thing, but guess what? The word is live. What I'm saying is live. And stop giving up on yourself. Too many black men, you give up on yourself too fast. Peace out. Ray's Corner. Holla.